The bell signaled the start of lunch break and the classroom instantly sprang to life. Nanaga cheerfully announced her arrival to the classroom.
Yoshiyuki はどう？大勢で食べた方が美味しいと思うよ。ダメよ、ここ。蹴られるわよ。え？蹴られるって？うまい。ね。まあ、ココちゃんの気持ちもわからなくはないけどさ。ヨシユキくんはもう一緒に食べる人決まってるってことよ。そういうこと。恋人たちの語らいは邪魔しない。
Other chat? Hey now.
あ、そうだった。ごめんね。
You don't need to apologize for that, really.
でも、今日は乙女さん、ずいぶん遅くない？いつもならチャイムが鳴った瞬間教室に駆け込んでくるのに。そういえば確かに、そろそろヨシユキにも愛想が尽きたのかしら。
We haven't even been dating for a month. Who would get fed up with someone that fast? You'd be surprised, Yoshiyuki. Many times you see, like, instances where people are, like, in a relationship and within, like, 24 hours, the relationship's gone. It's like, what the hell happened there?
わかんないよ。愛が冷めるのなんてほんの一瞬だからね。
I can imagine that there have been situations where someone's like, will you go out with me? And they're just like, yes. We're breaking up. But you already just asked me. Yeah, I know, but it was kind of a joke, you see.
私はとりあえずお風呂上がりに腰に手当てて牛乳飲んでる姿を見つけたら、どんなにラブラブな相手でもちょっとかな。
That's kind of a dickish thing to do, and I imagine that people have done that quite a number of times around the world. That's just a bit extreme.
この間はそんな姿の男が理想だって言ってたくせに、もう出資があかねちゃんの中の流行は絶えず変化してるのです。でも本当に遅いね。何かあったのかな。
She's right, it's been almost 15 minutes since class ended. Well, it's not like we made a promise or anything. Otome is probably busy with student council work or something.
喧嘩したんなら早めに謝っておいたら。
Seriously, we haven't been fighting.
早くしないと時間なくなっちゃうよ。とりあえず今日のところは私たちと一緒に食べない？もし乙女先輩と入れ違いになるのが心配だったら、板橋くんに伝言お願いしておくのか。
For some reason, I thought that said a massage there. Just like, oh yeah, he wishes. Yeah, I guess I can do that. Wataru, who had been quiet until now, suddenly opened his mouth. Anzu and Akane looked at each other. Because he's the protagonist. I mean, it doesn't really matter about his personality. I mean, he hasn't really got much of a personality. I mean, he's pretty dense. I mean, that sums him up for the most part. He's kind to everyone, provided they're female. He's kind of dickish to his male friends. He's incredibly dense. He's able to cook. And, is there really anything else to him than that? Maybe, but that kind of sums him up somewhat, at least.
Capo, Otome senpaiって最高の彼女までいるのによ。おかしいっしょ。どう考えてもおかしいっしょ。
Wataru's tension was up way high. I guess he's sulking. But just kidding, of course you can come.
だよな。さすがは親友、人が悪いぞ。
Wataru was relieved and patted me on the shoulder a few times. Maybe I should leave a message for Otome with Tsunami. That way I can relax a bit. After leaving a message with him, I headed for the cafeteria with everyone. When I got back from lunch break, Nabi told me that Otome hadn't dropped by and he apparently hadn't left our classroom at all. I knew we hadn't made a promise to eat together or anything, but up until now we'd always eaten together despite that. I wonder if something's happened. Something plot-related. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen Otome since yesterday afternoon. After the homeroom was over, I hurried over to Otome's classroom. She didn't drop by at all during lunch. Maybe I was just overacting, but I couldn't help but worry. I wonder what's up. I feel really uneasy for some reason. When I got close to Otome's classroom, I could see Otome walking around on unsteady feet. Otome! I called out to Otome and rushed over to her. Were you busy during lunch today? I was sure you'd come and meet me too.
ごめんね。生徒会の仕事がちょっと忙しくて。
Otome looked really gloomy. Don't worry about it. I don't blame you or anything. Can't help if you're busy with student council stuff. It's a lie. So, did you eat properly? You look a bit dizzy. Sure you're okay?
乙女ってば何も食べてないんだよ。弟くんからも何とか言ってやって。カイみたいに黙ったっきり何も言わないんだから。
I heard Mayuki senpai behind me and she sounded worried. Otome, you feeling sick?
そんなことないよ。
She smiled as she said that, but it looked really forced to me. Are you really sure? Why don't we grab a bite on the way up? My treat, of course. And we could continue talking about that thing you mentioned yesterday.
ごめんね。この後生徒会の会議があるから一緒に帰るのは無理かも。会議って。それじゃあごめんね。
Having said that, Otome sprinted off like she was running away, which she was.
ちょっと待ってよ、乙女。それじゃあ弟くん、またね。
One moment. The cat wanted access to the room. Mayuki-senpai hurried off after Otome. Did I do something to make Otome angry? Well, if she was angry, it'd be a bit different, wouldn't it? Her reaction. There's obviously something bothering her about the case, if you can call it that. But she's not going to tell you because... plot. Well, Otome was acting for some reason. She didn't want to look me in the eyes. I'm probably just reading into it too much. I didn't think there was any issues between me and Otome at the moment. She even called me yesterday and it seemed like nothing was wrong then. Yeah, I'm definitely just thinking about it too much. Oh well, I guess I'll go home on my own. I flipped my bag over my shoulder and headed for the school gates. He really is a simple-minded person. I mean, it's just like, yeah, she's avoiding me. She's clearly lying about the, council meeting thing, because Mikey was like, what council meeting? She's like, it's probably nothing. Don't need to think about it at all. I spontaneously let out a big sigh. I really wasn't doing well. Yeah, I got all blue just because I was alone. I heard some weird animal ran behind me, and when I turned around, I saw Harry Mo busily wagging his tail. Ah, it's Harry Mo. Hey there, you want to come with me? Yeah, thanks. I went up to Harry Mo and picked him up in my arms. I kinda knew that, wasn't it? I smiled bitterly and I noticed Harry Mo drooling as he sat in my arms. You're really transparent, you know. I conjured up a manju and held it up in front of Harry Mo's mouth. You know, these are odd moments for Louis, because he's always dense for the most part, but sometimes he has his non-dense moments like these. He looked really happy as he chewed away at it. Just as carefree as ever. Oh well, at least seeing Harry Mo made me feel a bit better. Harry Mo the dango dog. Looks like she's not gonna call. I was lying on my bed, unable to sleep, just staring at the display on my phone. It's almost tomorrow at this point. I tried calling Otome's phone, but all I got was a voicemail. I tried calling her house as well, but Yumi said she had shut herself in a room and refused to come out. I wonder what's going on. If she's just exhausted or something, that'd be nice, but I really don't think it's just that. For some reason, Otome's attitude had changed completely today. When I met her at the school, it almost seemed like she was running away from me, which she was, but I couldn't think of anything I'd done to make her angry. And I only met her once today, and that was just after school was out for the day. Ah, jeez. I felt incredibly depressed. I doubt that I'd figure anything out just by thinking about it. I should just go to sleep so I can talk to Otome first thing in the morning. You know, that's always his answer to anything. He's like, thinking will not solve anything. It'll just, like, go with the flow. I mean, sometimes that works, but think a bit, man. I couldn't get a grasp on the situation, so I just pulled the blanket over my head and closed my eyes. I'm kind of the opposite, really, though. It's just like, I think so much, but then when it comes down to it, that's all there is. Just like, yes, think, and think, and think, and think, and think, and think, and nothing. Just like, you could be like, I've got this thing that we could totally do, just like think it over many times, and then the thing that I'm thinking about doesn't even happen. It's just like, yeah, plans to do this or that, and nothing comes of it. It's just like, wow, that was about like 2 days of thinking over that for nothing. And then I slowly fell asleep. Click, 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 click. I could hear a clicking sound and the walls on the ceiling were all grey. Click, 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 click. Ah, it's that person's dream again. Yeah, I thought that guy would be fired from the last one. Oh god, he's even more over the top. I don't think he used that word, because actually I don't think there is like a Japanese equivalent of that. At least I think anyway. Even though I didn't know her name or what she looked like, I suddenly felt really nostalgic. Like I was visiting an old friend for the first time in years. You know, he's still not figured out the obvious here. What the hell? Did the soundtrack just go yeet, yeet, yeet? It looked like she was dealing with something pretty difficult this time. She was typing something in the editor that was up on her monitor, but she kept deleting it and starting over again.
これを使えばきっと理論上はうまくいくと思うんだけどな。でもな、まだあくまでも実験段階だし。
She cracked her neck and wrinkled up her face like someone had made her drink a bottle of bitter medicine.
それに肝心な部分はまだ未着手のままだし。だけど制御できないこともないと思うんだよね。外部からちゃんとコントロールしてあげれば。どうすればいいのかな。ペニーは買い物を始めるとあれこれ悩むタイプなんだ。俺とは正反対だね。とりあえず今日はもう寝よう。
The dreamer sat down and then she got up from her chair. My field of vision started getting blurry. You mean it's just like his vision was all clear of the scene and he couldn't figure out, now it's getting blurry? And you know what, if he figures out when it's blurry, I'd be like, what the hell's up with that? I guess this is it for today. My vision started getting mixed with white light. Morning had come. And he still had no idea that that was clearly Sakura. Morning, huh? I can imagine someone waking up yawning like that. The sun was shining in through the window, and I slowly opened my eyes. The dream I saw was still lingering in my mind. It was that person's dream again. God damn it, Yoshiyuki! Freaking figure it out already! I mean, you won't figure out what's going on in that, but I've got a general idea of what it might actually be that she's actually doing in the dream. It's obviously an event of the past. That tends to be the case with some of the dreams that they actually show. So that's probably it. But what she's doing, I've only got a general kind of idea forming in my mind, but I won't say it. I'll just wait until the plot reveals what it actually is, and find out whether I'm right or wrong when it gets to that point. But you don't need that. At least, you know, freaking figure out that that's Sakura, you dense idiot. I didn't know whose dream it was. I just want to freaking grab him by the collar and just be like, thank you, idiot. He's like, thinking. Ow. He's like, oh, it was Sakura, wasn't it? He's like, good, now you freaking got it. But it felt like it was somehow important to me. There had to be a deeper meaning to seeing the same person's dream so many nights in a row. If I couldn't understand the forces driving this person's dreams, I wouldn't be able to understand the meaning of it either. Well, you can't even figure out who the hell it is, despite it being in goddamn... Alright, time to get up. I mean, seriously, could he at least point out that he can't actually see the person in the dream? Then I can finally be like, okay, he's not dense, he just can't see it. But then I'd still be like, he's still dense, actually, because can he hear the voice? Because if he can hear a voice, surely he should be able to pick up on that. I mean, my god. Does he just forget the instant he wakes up? He's just like, I can't remember any of the details at all. I mean, that tends to happen a lot, but come on, he seems to recall. I get out of bed and stretch myself upwards. It just really bugs me. Sakura-san, are you up yet? Dude, the note she left, remember? Alright, she went off somewhere yesterday. I remember that when I saw the note that I'd left sitting on the table. Everything looked exactly the same as yesterday. The room was definitely silent. Sakura-san wasn't home and neither Otome nor Yume were here. That's weird. Somehow this room feels much larger than before. I start to feel like I'm alone in here, no more like all alone in the entire world. Sure, I'm getting sentimental. It's probably just because Sakura-san isn't home. Also, I'm sure Otome and Yume will come over for breakfast in a bit. Well, maybe Yume, but not Otome. Alright, time to make breakfast then. I decided to put some energy into it and went to the kitchen. Even while standing in the kitchen, my feelings remained hazy. It was the same old kitchen, but it felt strangely quiet. What's the matter with me? Come on, it's okay. Everything's fine. It's just another morning like every other day. Crash! Ah! I slipped. I dropped the plate and it shattered into tiny pieces when it hit the floor. It's clearly connected, it's magic! No, it isn't. Turning around, I saw Yume smiling triumphantly at me. Yume! I finally managed to calm down a bit. He's always distracted, though. Hey, now, the thing that distracted me in the first place was... I just slept in late. Oh, pipe down, you weren't in the living room, so my mind got all messed up. I was being a bit mean, but I was really just relieved that Yume was acting the same way she always does. Maybe I just get anxious if I woke up on my own or something. I'm like a spoiled kid. I took a deep breath. I carried the food into the living room to please my selfish little sister. It has been 10 minutes since the 4 o'clock bell rang. I hadn't asked for it, but my stupid friends had gathered in front of my desk.
Yoshiyuki, 元気出せよ。海に向かって叫びたい気分ならいつでも付き合ってやるぞ。
I'm now picturing like Yoshiyuki and Wataru screaming at the ocean, and the ocean actually replies, they're like, what the fuck did I do? Piss off! Stop shouting at me, we've got enough problems. Hey now, don't break us up just because we haven't had lunch together for a day or two. Well, you barely interacted the previous day, and this day is probably going to be more or less the same.
やだな、心配してるんだよ。やっぱりクラスメートが落ち込む姿なんて見たくないもん。そうだよ。義行がせっかく大好きだった人と付き合えるようになったんだから、うまくいってほしいもん。けだけど。もうココちゃんったら切なさ大爆発。もうこのまま略奪愛しちゃうよ。私が許すから。
I was thinking that as a joke as well, like, sure you are. Sure you're not thinking, oh please, please, please have the relationship scrapped so I can move into this again.
違うよ。私そういうつもりじゃ。
They were as noisy as ever. Anyway, it's a big help since at least it feels better than being alone. I tried sounding confident, but actually I was pretty worried.
でも本当にどうしちゃったんだろうね。
Otome did look a bit pale yesterday, and maybe she's homesick.
来てるかどうかもわかんないのか？てっきり手をつないで一緒に登校してきたんだと思ってたのに。
Now, the way I said that was as if, because of the way I spoke that line, it's like I was saying she's homesick, you know, as in she's away from home and is getting kind of just like those kind of feelings you get when you're far away from home and just like long for home, homesick, you know? But instead of, you know, oh yeah, she's home because she's sick today. Yeah, I really wonder what happened. For some reason I had a bad feeling about this.
気を落とさないで。失恋の傷は新しい恋で癒すに限るよ。
Akane patted me on the shoulder. If you're offering, I'll decline.
違うってば。相手になるのは私じゃなくて。
After that, I parted ways with Taro and the others and headed for the cafeteria. I really need to talk to Otome about this. If there's some new progress with the incident, she might not show up for dinner either. I bet it's somehow connected to you, Yoshiyuki. But how? The bell rang and the day's lessons came to a close. Phew. For some reason my classes felt like they had taken forever. Alright, gotta go talk to Otome. Or rather, gotta try to talk to Otome, be completely ignored, and then wonder what the hell's going on some more. As I got up from my desk and started heading for Otome's classroom, I heard someone call out to me.
Sakurai, これから時間があるか、ぜひ語り合いたいことがある。
Can it wait until tomorrow? I've got some really important business to do.
情報は鮮度が命だ。たった今入手したばかりのピチピチほやほやの話題を提供しようと思ったんだよな。お前に以前調査依頼をされてた初江島の不審事件頻発。あれに関することで妙な噂を耳にしたんだ。
A strange rumor?
ここじゃ話しにくい。敵方のスパイが見張っているかもしれないからな。
Enemy spies? Who would that be? Anyway, he might have some interesting information. Thinking that, I decided to follow Suginami.
ここなら誰にも聞かれないだろう。盗聴を避けるため、モールス信号か手話で会話した方がいいか。
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't even know Morse code anyway.
それはいかん。非公式新聞部の諜報員として活動するからには暗号での情報伝達は必須だぞ。
Suginami made some exaggerated gestures while looking up at the sky. Anyway, I'm in a hurry, so please just deliver the information directly.
諜報員としての心得をこの隙に叩き込もうと思ったのだが、そうで噂についてなんだが、我が非公式新聞部独自の情報網によると、事件現場付近である人物が頻繁に目撃されているということだ。
Was it Sakura? Perhaps a certain person.
本名、住所、国籍、その一切が謎に包まれている。というか、情報が混乱していて特定できてないだけなのだ。 どの情報にも共通している部分がいくつかある。
What's that?
性別は女性、長い髪にリボンを身につけているということだ。
A girl with long hair and a ribbon, huh? Couldn't that be Nakarans or even Otome or Yume? With that many possible choices in my new circle, it really wasn't much to go on. Taking the entire island's population into account, there must have been hundreds of candidates for that.
なぜかどの現場にも居合わせていて、悲痛な表情を浮かべていることが多いという。ゲール語でバンシーと呼ばれる妖精に酷似し。
Never mind the banshee business. Wasn't there any other noticeable traits? Something really characteristic?
人によっては彼女の言葉を耳にした人もいるということだ。
Like what?
まあ、何でもしきりにごめんねと詫びていたらしい。
Obviously Sakura. I mean, I kind of figured that the second he brought that up about the ribbon eyes, like, he's going to completely just ignore Sakura in the whole who could it be scenario, because he's just that damn dense. I mean, just a few scenes back, she said sorry to you for no apparent reason, and then she was at the scene that one time. God damn it, Yoshiyuki, you are dense beyond... Oh, god damn. Sorry, huh? It definitely had to be someone who could use magic, but if she was apologizing, maybe she didn't do it on purpose. Anyway, I need to report this to Otome right away. Thanks, Tsunami.
例には及ばんよ。彼女が犯人なのか、それとも超自然的存在なのか、興味を尽きない。非公式新聞部では今後も調査を継続するつもりだ。
Okay, please tell me if you learned something interesting. You know, even if Tsunami does figure out it's like, you know, it's Sakura, but no, it can't be, that's impossible. What signs could point towards it being Sakura? Duh! After Tsunami reported his findings, he walked away while loudly laughing. Alright, time to find out, mate. You know, actually... the instant where, like, she burned something, maybe that's also got something going on, more than just simply being, I don't know, maybe that has something to do with what's generally going on behind the scenes of the plots. I'll have to hurry over to her classroom before she goes home. I headed over to the main school building.
Otome? もうとっくに帰っちゃったみたいだよ。今日は生徒会の会議もないし。
I see, I'll be off then. Just as I was about to leave, Mayuki-senpai stopped me. What is it?
Otome の様子が最近おかしいのって、弟くんのせいじゃないよね。
I don't think so. I really have no idea what's going on.
本当に？気づかないうちに乙女を傷つけるようなことをしたとか考えられない？
No, nothing. All I could think of was the incident investigation, but that shouldn't have been a reason to avoid me. I'm starting to wonder if she's figured something out about Sakura, or well, Sakura outwardly just like told her a bit about it, and so she's been thinking about that, and whatever it is that she's been informed with is keeping her distant.
そっか。なんかさ、心配なんだよね、乙女のこと。ずっと塞ぎ込んでて。 私と目を合わせようともしないし、何より一度も弟くんの話をしない。
Isn't that because she's been busy? No, Yoshiyuki, it's because she... well, I don't really know the reason, but it kind of seems like it's been indicated in the other routes that at some point she finds out about something and is reluctant to, you know, share that thing that's troubling her. Like in the other route, she'll just be like, as if she is trying to tell Yoshiyuki something, but is hesitant and usually backs away. But in this case, she's pretty much doing the same thing, only more frequently, but will eventually get something out of it.
珍しいも珍しい。乙女のセリフは例外なく、そういえば弟くんがね、がデフォルトだったんだよ。 付き合う前からずっとそう。なのにどうしてかな、弟くんと付き合い始めてからずっと。ダメだね、こんなこと言っちゃ。ごめん、今の忘れて。
Maiki-senpai seemed to be rather annoyed. Even though she wouldn't say it, I kind of understood what she meant. What she really wanted to say was that maybe it would have been better if I had never started dating. Well, if she was Otome's friend, I could understand why she wouldn't want to say that. Don't worry, I'm not having an argument with Otome or anything. If I can just talk to her, find out if there's some misunderstanding, I'm sure she'll cheer up.
そっか、期待してるよ。
Maiki-senpai did her best to smile at me.
なんだかんだ言って、あんたたちのバカップルぶりが見られないと物足りなくてね。ってことで、早いとこ乙女を元気にすること。これは先輩命令だからね。
Okay. Looking at Otome Shurak, her outside shoes are still there. It seems like she hasn't gone back home yet. Okay, I'll wait for her at the school gates. I decided to wait at the school gates, and soon I spotted Otome walking slowly towards me, her shoulders hanging low. She still looked gloomy and depressed. She was walking along slowly on unsteady feet as if she could collapse at any moment. Of course, Maiki-senpai was worried about her. Otome! I called out as I ran up to her. As soon as she spotted me, she looked really awkward. Let's go home together. Will this request be taken into consideration and actually accepted? Or will she just brush it off and just kind of be like, I'm busy, and wander off elsewhere and just completely ignore him? We will find out next time. See you next time, viewers. See you next time.